Today it's update day. Yes, that's right. Crusader Kings 3 finally got another update on console. Hello and welcome to the Critical Curious. I'm Monk, and today, yes, we are chatting about the latest update that we received for Crusader Kings 3 on console. Now, it's been a sweet minute since we actually had any kind of content, any kind of update whatsoever on Crusader Kings 3 for the console version of this game. Now, we did get notified not too long ago that basically the Paradox Interactive have shipped over console updates to another party, a party that is a lot more able to handle the challenges that come with updating console and porting a PC game onto console. This is the first update since that changeover has happened, and today we're going to talk about exactly what is that update and what do we get with it. And of course, guys, if you have enjoyed what you watched, if you want to see more videos just like this, as we will be covering Crusader Kings 3 going forward, of course, don't forget to hit that like button and, of course, subscribe to the channel that we don't miss out on more videos just like this. But anyway, let's get stuck into this video. Now, before we get into what this update actually brings us, first of all, we should kind of start off with a warning. This is not a huge update. There isn't a ton of new content, but what it does do, it does aim to make your game a hell of a lot more stable and more balanced. I'm also not going to mention every single fix and change in with this update because there is an awful lot of small minor things. What I will do, however, is link the full patch notes down in the description of this video along with the Discord. So you want to browse through those, or perhaps even pop into the Discord and chat about chat with other players about the changes, then feel free to do so. Now, as we can see, the very first thing mentioned is that the memory usage has been optimized to facilitate longer gaming sessions. Yes, that's right. It turns out that the longer you play, the more chance of you having a crash. Well, they've done a bit of a tweak to the game, and so it should be a little bit more stable and a little bit less crashy for all of us console players, which is obviously a very good thing. Now, personally, I haven't really had any issues with this on the Xbox S or the Xbox X, but I do know a lot of people do have stability issues, so this should help quite a few people out. Another important note here is that the maximum game speed on consoles has now been increased to align with the PC version as well. So for all those people that want to speed up their game a little bit too fast, maybe, you've now got a chance to do so. Now, with this update, we also get extra new free content. Now, they've added an additional set of 12 new children or childhood personality events. These are things that are going to be popping up as you're playing for potentially your heirs. These are going to lead to them getting certain traits and certain personality traits, but more importantly, it would just help make the process a little bit more immersive and give you a little bit more information about why they got these traits as well. Now, they've also reworked Populist factions in order to improve their functionality. Now, what it means is, going through a lot of the changes that they've done, is that they've made them a hell of a lot more powerful. So factions are going to be something that we really need to pay a keen eye on going forward. These things are going to be stronger, not just having levies, but also having men at arms and, of course, having siege weapons in places now too. So all in all, these factions are really going to be ranking up in power. They've also added 14 new event illustrations. Some of these are food sellers, crossroads with inns, hills, plains, bonfires, and more. They've also added 7 new character animations for events too. All of this is just to help just make this game feel more alive and, of course, more immersive as well. I'm all for just extra little things, extra little depth to this already incredibly in-depth game. They've also made a number of changes to the AI, the vassals as well, not to mention how artifacts are gifted. They've made change after change after change after change. The way the game actually maneuvers, the way the AI play, the way your own kingdom feels could be massively impacted. All of these are little tiny tweaks here and there, but I feel like it's going to have a bigger overall change to your game. They've also reworked previously added content, like reduced the likeliness of AI engaging in incest as part of something more. They've also reworked a growing shadow, reworked always on my mind, concern of a friend, destruction of a toy, and diligent parent, lazy child. And there really are many more changes than I have shown on screen. They've really picked this game apart and done a deep dive on changes and reworks for the AI. Not only how they interact with you, but how they interact with each other and how they grow their own empires. We've also done little things like Genghis Khan now starts with athletic. None of these individual things are massive are gonna shape your game completely different, but I do feel like that all of these little changes are gonna add up to making it feel like an overall better game. Really, what we got here, I feel, is an update to the game's performance. It's made it so that it's going to be a lot more stable, that our saves are not going to become corrupt, that perhaps even Iron mode, Iron Fist mode is going to work, and we're going to be able to attempt to actually play it without the risk of those corruptions like so many people have. That means that all those achievements that we kind of want, that we feel like maybe they were owed, that we're finally going to be able to set out and go for. And although this isn't a substantial update and a substantial content dump that they've given us, I feel like Friends and Foes just help give this game a little bit more depth. Perhaps it didn't even need that depth in the first place, but I feel like it shows the commitment that they are going to be giving us more content here on console as soon as they're able to. Now, it hasn't been too long that this new company has actually, taken over development of the console edition. This is the first update that we have received, and I feel like they've tried to give it to us as soon as possible. In a couple of months, 3-4 months, I do expect us to get our next update, next content update. So fingers crossed we do get news of that soon. Obviously, with this just dropping, I very much doubt we're going to hear anytime soon at all. But here's hoping. I'm thinking another 3 months we're going to hear something. But with this update dropping, I do think that Crusader Kings 3 on console has life, finally. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this update, or what you think of this new added content, whether it's what you wanted or whether you are ultimately just left a little bit disappointed. But until next time, I've been a monk who's been clueless, and I will see you in the next video real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.